Hello?
Is this the sucker residence?
God damn you, stop calling here!
Isn't this 4215 Pussy Way?
You bitch!
Now let me check the zip code. 212, fuck you!
The police are tracing this call this very minute.
Well, Donnie Hinkle, then why aren't they here, huh? Face!
Fuck you! Didn't I just say fuck you?
I beg your pardon.
Who is this?
Mrs. Wilson from the telephone company. I understand you're having problems with an obscene phone caller.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, Mrs. Wilson, because it's driving me crazy. I've had my number changed twice already.
Well, what exactly does this sick individual say to you?
I can't say the words out loud. I don't use bad language.
Oh, well, I know it's difficult, but we need to know the exact words.
I'll try. Sucker, that's what she calls me.
Listen to you, filthy mouth, you whore!
God damn you!
I just want to hang out. No big deal.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Hans Gruber,
and today we'll be looking at the
SH Figuarts,
Indiana Jones.
Alright, and let's take a look at this package. And what can I say? This is beautiful. Got some original artwork right here. Indiana Jones logo. On this side of the box, we get the Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Tiny Indy.
On this side of the package, we get a look at Indy in action. Top of the box logo. On the back of the package, we get a look at Indy and all-included accessories.
Foreign legal mush.
Barcode. Alright, let's get this package open.
I got Excalibur right here.
You know the drill. Cut, pop. Alright, let's release this little demon.
Alright, we got a lot of shit going on in this tray, and we'll take a look at it in a second. I'll see you at the table.
Alright, let's take a look at this figure, and
ooh, right off the bat, he's got that Figuarts plastic, so we gotta pop him
somewhere at the torso, I believe,
to get this mess off. So you just take that off and you know he's minty. Aw, we got another one.
Damn you, Figuarts. Oh, and we got that one,
so we pull that one off. And yeah, you could just pull and tear, but I don't like doing that shit.
Now, I don't always recommend doing what I just did down here.
The mid-torso's easy, but getting this back in is kind of a bitch.
But I have messed with enough Figuarts to know how to do it properly, so take your fucking time if you do this.
So we can just grab the torso and pop it back in, and now you have your complete Dr. Jones, and you know me,
I like going right for the head, and holy fuck, finally!
I have found an Indy that looks a whole lot like Harrison Ford. That's really kick-ass.
It's got that 5 o'clock shadow going on, the eyes are right,
and all the paint is dialed in really well. Looks like it's got that weird metallic hair shit going on that Figuarts is known for. I just want to bring up an Adventure Series Indiana Jones, which is a 6-inch figure, so they stand about the same exact height.
Harrison Ford is not easy to nail,
and you can see that just looks amazing, where this just looks like a knockoff. So I gotta say, I am super impressed with this head sculpt. The hat looks right, everything seems to be sitting properly. So next up, we're gonna go down to the feet, and he's got toe articulation. The sculpting's all there in his shoes. The pants look to be sitting right. He's pinless. His legs do go back pretty damn far. I think they nailed the bagginess right on the money. He's got a little bit of swivel up here, not much. Over here on the left leg, you get the same shit. On the back of the pants, you can see the articulation points, but I don't mind that for some damn movement. I mean, this Jones can move, baby. Up here on his waist/diaper area, I think this is the only thing that's kind of off-putting. The crotch area looks a little weird. But I mean, you gotta nail the baggy pants, and you gotta give the dude some articulation, and he does move. The legs have a lot of range. so the weird crotch is completely forgivable. So at the waist you have his regular belt back there with the gold paint. We have his adventure belt over top. Nice sculpting, you get that silver paint. We get his little gun holster over there. It's on its own little separate peg. You could take it out if you want, or you could just port it back in easily. And the same thing over here, you get a whip attachment, and this just kicks the shit out of the Hasbro one. Again with the adventure series, see, we get this dumb little loop that'll never stay in ever, no matter how much you heat it up or do anything. So putting a whip in this fucker's hands is like impossible, when the solution was very simple. You just poured it in and it comes right out. And then you just give him another whip and you're all good. And I know you're gonna say they did figure it out. They put it on the dial of no dignity, Indy. And guess what? This Indy sucks. He's 100 years old, and you can't kit bash this waist because they made his pants too brown. Up here at the waist, we get tons of fucking range. This Indy could go forward and go back very far. The jacket does hinder the backwards, but who the fuck goes back that far? Forward, insane. The detailing on the inner shirt looks great. Up here at the collar, same thing. The Indy jacket looks perfectly sculpted, and I have no complaints about the color choices on this. So up here at the shoulders, he's got a butterfly joint hiding under there, so his arm goes back and forth really well. He's got a nice little joint in there. He doesn't go all the way back too far, but that's a good amount of range for me. Up here, he's just double fisted, and we're back, and we're gonna take a look at the accessories. But first, we got lots of instructions for these, so make sure you look in the box and follow these instructions. Same thing on the back here. There's tons of shit going on, different hands for different things, so that we don't break anything, because I have broken more Figuarts than anything else, so I'm a bit nervous. So here we go. We get these 2 extra arms, and I will show you these later on the figure, but basically you could take his jacket off and pop his arms, and you can have a different Indy going on. Next, he comes with this giant fucking whip, and it's whip colored and looks really good. The detail is all there and looks fantastic on this whip. Here we have Indy's patented side bag, and I think they nailed it. Got nice metallic paint on the buttons. Fabric color looks right. Strap on the bag has this beautiful faded color in it. Nice paint on the buckle here. On the back, it's molded to his body to sit properly. Over here, we get these 2 different face portraits, and they are on the money as well. We'll take a look at them on the figure, and I'll show you how to do it in a second. Along with the extra face portraits, you get this fucking set of hair, and we'll put it on the figure and you'll be able to see it, but it's sculpted really good. Here, if you want to take the whip off the loop, I can't even hold it. I have to put it in my hand. It basically plugs into where the whip goes. That will be going back in the package. Down here, we got an array of hands. Right here, we got whip hands. Over here, we got open hands. This one right here is made to hold the idol, and this one's the gun holding hand. Over here, we get his little bag of sand. Looks really good, sculpted good, but it's just a bag of sand. What do you want from it? Over here, we get his little revolver. It's got nice metallic paint on it. Handle looks really good. Same thing on the other side. And here's the idol. It has beautiful paint and sculpting all over it. And last up, we have the headpiece to the staff of Ra. And this tiny little guy is itty bitty and super detailed. You can see in the middle the red paint, and this thing is just detailed amazingly. It is just so tiny. All right, now we're gonna take a look at this figure a little closer. We're gonna swap out the head, the arm, the jacket, add all included accessories, if you will. So first off, we're gonna start with the head portrait. We're gonna pop that head off. Came off no problem, and then the hat just comes off, and you can see his robot dome underneath. Anyway, you can take the face and you just pull it out of there, and you get this creepy little head thing. And we can take our action Indy face and just plug that sucker in there, and it's a good fit, and it looks like Harrison Ford is not having a good time. And then we can just take the hat and throw that right on top, pop that back in there, and now we got Indy kind of looking like now we got Indy with the adventure face on, and there's that trust me smile, and this one is perfect. I might actually keep this one on the figure. I really like that. They even nailed the crooked nose and just a dumb smirk. Next up, we have the creepy hair. Oh, fuck. And next we're gonna do the hair attachment, and if you see right back there, there's a plug for the head socket. So the faces just clip into this thing, and it's a separate headpiece. Here's the hairpiece with the shit-eating grin face. Here he is with the take no shit face, and it looks great too. Like, they sculpted this hair perfect for Harrison Ford. I think they nailed all these face sculpts and the hair. I think the interchangeable faces with the hair and the hat head is genius. And yeah, you couldn't ask for more. Like, this is a perfect little Harrison Ford right here. All right, next up, we are gonna pop these arms out, and this is the shit that scares me. So I'm gonna go really fucking easy, and there, it just popped out, no problem. There's the little butterfly joint in the hinges. That's really cool. Let's go and get the right arm off here, nice and slow. Oh, and we got that one out, no problem. And now you can just take that jacket off, and yeah, things are getting creepy. Hey, buddy with no arms. All right, so we're gonna take the other arms, and we are going to ease them in like a gentleman. There's one. And when you're putting the arms in, just make sure you have them right. The slimmer side goes to the bottom, wider side goes to the top. And just be a gentleman again. Pop that in there, and that's looking perfect. Let's see how everything moves and looks. And here we go. Let's take a look at this shit. It moves really good. The butterflies go back and forth. The arm has good rotation and actually stays inside the socket. And yeah, the proportions look good. I really think they just nailed this figure. I don't have bad things to say about it. Even porting in the arms was easy, and the butterfly joints and everything else are moving and look good. All right, we're gonna try some different hands, and this is where I always break shit. I always break these little arm joints, so I'm gonna be so fucking careful today. Please don't break. All right, I got that one nice and good. I just gotta be careful when I move it around, but these things always break. Also, I don't know where to get replacements. If any of you guys know where to get these nice little joints, please leave that info in the comments below. But anyway, here's his whip holding hand, and here he is with the whip in his hand, and this is fucking fantastic. This looks so good. The whip actually stays in his hands nice and tight, and you don't have to worry about it falling out, and it looks about the correct length. All the curves they put in it look right. You could pretty much move it any which way you want, and it comes out really nice looking. Next up, we're gonna put on his side bag, because that is super important for Indiana Jones. Let's get that down and around his body. Here he is with the side bag. I think it might be a little short, but it looks good on there. Here we got the idol holding hand, and if you could see this little tab, you basically put the idol's mouth in there and he can hold it like so. So it basically just goes around like that, fits in there, and it's in his hands really good, and it ain't coming out. Here he is with the headpiece to the staff of Ra. Fits in the hands really good, but I think this one's going back into the box too. It's a little too tiny for me. He can also use the open hands to hold his hat. And here he is with the revolver and the trigger finger. And like I said, and I will keep reiterating, just be careful with these damn hands. Also, I put the coat back on with the side bag, and it looks pretty good. It's not concealed very well. It does sit over the whip a little funny, but all in all, it is 10 times better than the Hasbro figure. And for size comparison, we have him with the Adventure Series Temple of Doom Indy and the Raiders of the Lost Ark Indy, and these things look fucking horrible now. I can't look at these things anymore. And here's the Adventure Series Indy Last Crusade, and I think this one got a little closer to the likeness. Also, this Club Obi-Wan has a very close likeness, so they did get a little better as they went, but there's just no comparing them. And for some scaling, here's a Mafex Joker and a G.I. Joe Classified Scarlet, and here he is with Action Force Bone Collector and Mezco's Captain Nemo. And last up, we have him with Jada Street Fighter Ken and the Adventure Series Marcus Brody. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on this figure are, he is 100% the best 6-inch Indiana Jones action figure ever fucking made. Everything is done with perfection. Everything looks right. Everything is scaled properly. All the faces, the hands, the ability to take the jacket off, all of this just equals
equals amazing. So yes, if you are a Dr. Jones fan and are looking for the perfect 6-inch version, this is it, my friends. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.